Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh by Shemi Hawashai. And it's going to be a short video of the Spirit, but Lord willing, be very edifying to the people that's watching. And the title's called The Other Races Are Waking Up to Who We Are. And it's facts. And that's prophesied in the Bible. And I want to get this real quick. Because the Bible, it was already a prophecy in Jeremiah that said this was going to happen. We slowly seeing it. Whether you seen it in person or heard it in person, rather you've been on TikTok, on Facebook, YouTube, and you came across videos of other people, other races, white, Asian, Chinese, East Indian. They coming out saying that we the biblical Israelites because it's prophesied that was going to happen. The Jeremiah chapter 16 and verse 19. O Lord, my strength and my fortress and my refuge in the day of affliction. The Gentiles shall come up unto thee from the ends of the earth and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity and things wherein there is no profit. So that was prophesied in the Bible on how these other nations that are not Israelites, because you have two type of Gentiles when you get into the Bible. You have heathen Gentiles and you have Gentiles of our people that was in the Gentile state of mind that Paul was writing his letters to. But in this verse right here, it's talking about the heathen Gentiles. It said that they're gonna come to the ends of the earth and say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit. So that's a prophecy that's definitely coming to pass right now, and you're gonna get more as you grow in this truth, and more as we get close to the end on how these heathen gonna be confessing that we the Israelites. And it's videos on YouTube, a lot of videos on YouTube I seen of white people saying that we the Israelites. It was a woman, she was crying, basically saying how we the Israelites and how, they people put us into slavery. So they waking up as well. They waking up to who we are because they don't know who he is. A lot of them do though. Those elites they do, but these regular so-called white people that we walk around with every day, they don't know. You know what I'm saying? They think they better than us. They don't have no understanding on how, we God's chosen people. But I'm finna get a few verses. I get a few verses to show you the things that they're gonna wake up to. But first they're gonna wake up and start realizing that we gods of this earth. And that's what the Bible says. Let me get this. It's Psalms 82. Check the Psalms 82 and 6. I have said ye are gods, and all of you are the children of the Most High. So they're gonna start, man. They're gonna start reading this Bible. They're gonna start getting into information. They're gonna start realizing, like, dang, these people that we've been calling niggas the whole time, they God's chosen people. They're gonna start waking up. You're gonna start seeing that more as we get closer to the end. You're gonna start seeing, like, it'll be at sometime when you bringing the word out at camp. You might be bringing the word out, and they might just come up to you and bow down to you. They might literally come up to you while you bringing the word out and bow down to you because they know in their spirit that we God's chosen people. Because they starting to realize that they forefathers, their ancestors have inherited lies. They was getting taught lies. They been taught that we was better than them. I mean, they been taught that they was better than us. That they gonna realize that's a lie. They been calling us spics, porch monkeys. They gonna realize that that's a lie. They gonna realize that we actually the kings and princesses of this earth. They're going to realize that we the real Jews. All this stuff that they're going to realize. They're going to realize that we the biblical Israelites. And they're going to start making videos confessing who we are and confessing who they is. They're going to realize that they Esau. Let me get that. They're going to realize their nationality is real. And that they're going to have to serve us in the kingdom of heaven. They're going to realize that in that time. Because it's prophesied that they're going to wake up as well. Not all of them, but a lot of them going to wake up, start confessing and already start getting themselves in order. Start trying to cleave. Start trying to cleave into us, man, because they know who he is. They understand our power. So this Romans 9 and 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau has I hated. So they're going to read that, right? They're going to be like, dang, who is Esau? They might get into Genesis 25 and start reading and be like, oh, I'm Esau. And they're going to realize how they can't repent. Realize how wicked their forefather was, how the Lord hates them. And they're going to start realizing that, and they're going to be like, dang, I'm not Caucasian, I'm an Edomite. And then they're going to start reading about Jacob. They're going to start reading, they're going to go to Isaiah 14 and 1. Let me get Isaiah 14 and 1. And they're going to be like, dang, we really the servants. Matter of fact, they're gonna go to Ecclesiastes 10:7, and it said, "I have seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth." So they're gonna read that and be like, I have seen servants upon horses," and they're gonna be like, "We those servants on the horses that the Bible's talking about, and princes walking as servants upon the earth." And they're gonna probably think about an old movie or go to the internet and type it in, type in the pictures, type in something about the police on horses while we walking beside them in chains, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, the Negroes are the people of the Bible." Then they're gonna read Deuteronomy 28. What the God is talking about this so-called Negroes. So the whole time we've been thinking these people are nothing and calling these people nothing and mistreating them for 400 years. They're gonna be like, "Oh my gosh," and a lot of them gonna get mad about it. Let me get a precept after that. A lot of them gonna get upset about it, man. You know, they're not gonna be able to take it in, especially when they read Revelations 1 and 14. When they get Revelations 1 and 14 on how Yahweh Shai look, who the world calls Jesus Christ, when they realize that he's a so-called black man, they're not gonna be able to take that in. They're not gonna be able to deal with that. So it's gonna make them angry. It's gonna be like, dang, he's a so-called black man. So his people gotta be the Israelites. They gotta be chosen as well. And they're not gonna be able to handle that. So when they're gonna go to Isaiah, they're gonna go to Isaiah 14 and 1. So they're gonna be, and especially they're gonna hear it from us. And that's why we out here telling people, man. We out here telling them their judgment, like what the scriptures say. We telling them their judgment. We telling them what they're gonna have to do in the kingdom of heaven. And then what the Bible said. And a lot of them, some of them are understanding this and trying to, like I said, trying to cleave, but it ain't for them. It's Isaiah 14 and 1. "For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined." Shalom, King. A lot of these heathen are going to have meltdowns when they learn the full truth. I'm peeping it already. That's facts, King. But I'm going to go back to this. That's facts. Let me get this. The Bible, let me get this. The Bible said that. The Bible said that when they see our salvation, King, they going to lose their mind. When they see those chariots in the sky, they're going to lose their mind. When they see everybody not getting saved, they're going to lose their mind. When they see it's a so-called black man come from out the sky, they're going to lose their mind. It's Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse 3. 5 and 1. "Then shall the righteous man stand up in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors." So we're going to stand in great boldness in that day. When all hell breaking loose and we see those chariots, we know that, hey man, that's our ticket out of here. We're going to stand in great boldness. We're not going to care nothing about what they was talking about. You know what I'm saying? We're going to stand in straight boldness. "When they see," now the Bible finna get into the heathen. "When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for." So they're gonna be amazed. They're gonna be in terrible fear, because they're gonna realize, man, if we treat it, so God is black, so his people's black, and look how we treated his people. So what he's gonna do to us? They're gonna be in terrible fear. They're gonna be amazed, because they in the churches, they not taught that chariots, those UFOs are chariots. They're not getting taught that those are going to be the things that's going to deliver us. So they're going to get caught off guard when they see thousands of chariots in the sky beaming Israelites up. They're going to wonder, why they no Europeans getting beamed up? Why they no Asians getting beamed up? Why they no Chinese people getting beamed up? Why is the only black and Latinos getting beamed up? They're going to realize then that, oh, they must be the Israelites. And those Israelites on the corner was right. Salvation is only for them. And it says, "And they repenting and groaning." So they're going to be trying to repent, and they're going to be mad. They're going to be groaning. They're going to be foaming at the mouth. They're going to be crying of anger, because they're going to realize that, dang, those people that they call nothing are actually the sons of the living God and the daughters of the living God. "For anguish of spirit shall within themselves. This was he whom he have sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. We fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor." So they're going to be like, it's like, how is he numbered among the children of God, and his lot is among his saints? So his lot is among his saints, and we know the saints are the Israelites. But getting into it, you will see how it said they're going to be saying, those are the people that we made fun of. Those are the people that we laughed at. Those are the people that we put in slavery. Those are God's chosen people. They're going to be amazed. They're gonna be amazed in that time. They're gonna realize that. And they also gonna realize we're gonna be they new slave masters in the kingdom of heaven. Let me get it. Like I said, a lot of so-called white people are waking up. All you need to do is get on TikTok and you will see one. You'll see somebody saying, another race saying that we're the Israelites, saying that we're in the last days, saying that salvation is only for Israel, saying that the other nations are slaves, or they're gonna be servants and handmaids in the kingdom of heaven. They're gonna be crying. And I seen a video of an East Indian woman. When I first came into the truth, she was holding a baby, and she basically telling us that we the Israelites, and she telling us basically to come home to our homeland, and that those and that those Jewish people that's in Jerusalem right now are not even the real Jews. So these other nations, they know who he is, man. They know that we God's chosen people, and they know there's not gonna be no peace on this earth until we get back in rulership. It ain't gonna be no peace on earth once. When the other nations are rulership, man, it ain't no peace. Look at the world now. That's why the world, there's no peace in this world. It's strictly darkness and wickedness in this world. Because the people that's supposed to rule this earth are not in rulership. That's why it's gonna be wicked. Because we not in rulership. We not in the seats to be able to say right and wrong. So these wicked heathens that are not Israelites, they're gonna go off their flesh and they're gonna be going off in folly and letting us do anything here in this place. Because it's ran by them. That's why Job 9:24 says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So the wicked rule this place because we are disobedient to our God and they keep his commandments. But check this out. This is Isaiah 14:1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. And the people shall take them. So we're going to take them. We're going to take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them. So when you possess somebody or possess something, that means that you own it. Like this is my Bible. I possess this Bible. I own this Bible. I possess this Apocrypha. It's mine, right? So if you possess something, that means that you own it. So the Lord said we're going to possess them. Like they did us in slavery, we're going to do the same thing to them. The Lord is going to require the same thing happen to them. That's righteous judgment. So he said, shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids, and they shall take them captives, who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. So the Bible said that we're going to take them captives. They're going to be our servants and handmaids. They're going to be the new servants and handmaids. But for eternity, though, they're going to be servants and handmaids for eternity. It's not going to come a time where we're going to take turns again. They were servants and handmaids, and now we're going to be servants and handmaids again. Then they're going to be servants and handmaids again. That's not how it's going to go. How it's going to go is, this our last captivity. And once we ruling, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no more taking turns. They are the original servants and handmaids. They were created to serve us. Everything on the face of the planet has a specific purpose. And their purpose is to serve the Israelites. So we don't have to worry. We have other people doing our jobs for us. But since we broke the commandments of the Most High God, now we have to work for them. Now we have to go and get everything. That's a curse. Deuteronomy 28:48. Now we have to go to them for everything. Right? Because we didn't listen to our God. So then that's how it's going to go. And they're going to see that and be like, what? We're going to be servants and handmaids? Some of them going to accept it. A lot of them, not a lot of them. Some of them will accept it. A lot of them prideful. That's why the Lord said we're going to rule them with a rod of iron. You know, I think that's Psalms 149. Let me get that. That's what the Lord said, that we're going to rule these other nations with a rod of iron, because a lot of them can't accept that. You think they're going to be able to accept the so-called black people ruling over them with a rod of iron, or that we God's chosen people? They're not going to be able to accept that. So they're going to be bucking up against it. And that's why the Lord said we're going to use them. We're going to have a rod of iron. A two-edged sword. This Psalm chapter 149 and verse 6. Let the high praise of God be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand, to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishment upon the people, to bind their kings with chains. So we're going to bound their kings in chains. So if anybody or anything is in chains, that means they're in bondage. That means they're in slavery. And that's how we're going to bound their kings. We're going to bound these so-called white people and their kings, like Donald Trump, Joe Biden, what brother name that made Tesla? Elon Musk, Bill Gates, all these so-called kings of this place, Queen Elizabeth, Charles Henry, whatever his name, all these people that rule this place right now, the Rockefeller, the Rothschilds, these elites behind closed doors, they're gonna be in chains. The Lord gonna put them in chains, man, and the so-called and they people. And it says, and their nobles with fetters of iron. So they're going to have fetters of iron upon their necks. It's legit like how we did. The Lord required the same thing that's going to happen to us. It's going to happen to them because they didn't get judged for the stuff that they did yet. They didn't get punishment for 400 years of slavery. You know what I'm saying? They're not getting punished for the innocent killings that they've been doing to our people. They didn't get punished for what they did to the Native Indians. You know what I'm saying? They didn't get punished yet for what they did to Black Wall Street. They didn't get punished for what they did in segregation and slavery, for the Trail of Tears, Tuskegee experiment, right? They ain't getting punished for none of this stuff that they've been doing, putting crack in the hoods in the 80s, making our people turn against each other. You know what I'm saying? The crafty counsel in Psalms 83, when they got the man out the household, so the woman don't have to depend on the man no more. They haven't paid for none of these wicked acts that they done. So that their time. Saying he's talking about my phone got too hot.
Are you processing it?